There's nothing wrong with traveling. I love seeing us travel and thrive and get nice things, but when you know people in real life, they might have designer clothes, but they don't have a driver's license. It's time that you put priority over perception because you can only fake it for so long. And the thing about it is, when you're faking it and you have a facade, you have to keep it going because you're already in the thick of it at this point. And when you also are faking it, it shows that you care what people think. And when you're a prisoner to people's opinions, they control you. Hello, and welcome to A Friend Like Me podcast. I am your host, Shariel, and I started this podcast because everybody needs a friend like me. Today's topic is Be Yourself. Stop capping for social media. This is a pandemic within itself, I tell you. But before we get into that topic, I like to start off with my first segment, and it is called What I've Noticed. What I've noticed is that when you tell the truth, people are shocked or they're angry. And it's so funny because the older you get, the higher up you get in school or corporate, whatever you do, you're literally taught to lie and to be passive aggressive and to beat around the bush. But someone like me, I tell it how it is, and I don't say it rude, but I really just tell the truth. And people are really shocked. They're like, they're stunned, or they laugh because it's funny to them, or they're mad. And it just saddens me that so many people lie all the time that me being truthful is, I don't know, me being truthful is just crazy to people. But I'm never going to stop telling the truth because someone has to say the truth. Someone has to tell the truth, and it's going to be me. But let's get into our main topic. Be yourself, stop capping for social media. I'm going to try to be as gentle as possible because a lot of us do this. I may even do some of this stuff without even noticing. But I've just really noticed that social media has made it popular to be trendy and popular to be a sheep, just mindless people that are following each other. Um, it's come to a point where everybody is trying to show that they have a status symbol, that they're successful, that they have all this money, even if that's not the case in real life. And it's very confusing to me, and it saddens me that everyone is faking the funk. And everyone, of course, is not 100% of all people on earth, but it's a big, big chunk of people. There's nothing wrong with traveling. I love seeing us travel and thrive and get nice things, but when you know people in real life, they might have designer clothes, but they don't have a driver's license. It's time that you put priority over perception because you can only fake it for so long. And the thing about it is, when you're faking it and you have a facade, you have to keep it going because you're already in the thick of it at this point. And when you also are faking it, it shows that you care what people think. And when you're a prisoner to people's opinions, they control you. When you live in your truth, though, that's when you're truly free. And I want more people to be independent, to be their own person, and to think for themselves. Everybody doesn't need to be rich. Everybody doesn't need to have luxury items. Everybody doesn't need to travel all the time. These are things that are people are trying to have become the norm. And it's good to live life, but there's other things that you can do to be fulfilled that don't cost all that money. A lot of us are in student loan debt. We might have credit card debt. We have real bills. Why are we trying to keep up with celebrities that don't know us? Why are we trying to flex on people we grew up with? What's the point? I don't get it. And it's come to a point where the cap is really, it's going to ruin a lot of lives if people don't stop while they're at it. And that's what I'm scared of, is everyone's faking like they work so hard, and it's going to come to a point where years and years pass by and you have no fruits from your labor. There's nothing to show for yourself because you were faking it the whole time. And that's just a sad place to be in. So while we still have time, let's get our priorities in order over how people perceive us. Because even if you're doing good in life or you're successful or you have money, people are still going to talk about you. So let's stop living for other people. Let's stop going to events or traveling and having to show every single thing on Instagram. Are you on vacation for you or for us? It's like everyone is trying to flex on each other and it's really getting out of control because half the time people will be recording their friends at an event and until the person sees the cameras on them, they're not even having a good time. They're faking it. It shows. Let's stop doing that. Also, enjoy the journey. Because social media shows highlight reels, we all feel like we have to be successful right away. We feel like, oh, this person bought a house at 22 on Twitter. I need to too. Enjoy the journey because what makes us special is that we all have our own lives. We're all our own people. Let's be authentic to who we are. And if you don't know who you are, discover yourself and take a break from social media. Think of the things you liked as a child or things that catch your interest now. Learn a skill, learn a craft, learn a trade, anything. Be yourself. Try to just disconnect and find out who you are because your life is going to be way more fulfilling when you do that. And your superpower, even though it's cliche, your superpower is that you're the only you. And you have to truly believe that and just keep bettering yourself. You don't need to like the same music everybody else likes. You don't need to dress like them, travel where they go to. Be you. So, this is my last segment and it's called A Song to Expand Your Attention Span because most songs nowadays are 3 minutes or less. And the song is Everything I Am by Kanye West on the Graduation album, my favorite one by him. And just to give you a little sneak peek, the chorus goes, Everything I'm not makes me everything I am. Thank you for listening to my podcast and enjoy the rest of your week.